is Dr. Hare, and this is for my MAT 1033 Students Intermediate Algebra. I just wanted to make a video to kind of help explain exactly the way the class is going to work. First of all, make sure you understand there are 4 assignments per chapter. There is a soft skill lab, which really just deals with answering a question or two through a paragraph. It's a reflection type of thing, pretty easy, worth 20 points. There's a hard skill lab, which deals with problems for that particular chapter. Not a whole lot of problems, not more than 5 or 6 or maybe 7. Again, if you do the work, it should be pretty easy, 20 points as well. Then there's the homework. The homework comes from the textbook, so you have to have access to the textbook. It is 8 problems from the back of every section that we do in a particular chapter. Like for instance, in chapter 2, which is the first chapter we're doing, you're going to have to pick 8 problems from the back of section 1. 8 problems from the back of section 2, 8 problems from the back of section 3, and so on, depending on how many sections we have. The problems are your choice. The only thing I ask, and this holds true for any test and any homework assignment that you have, any lab assignment, is that you show your work. So you're going to write it down on a piece of paper, and that's how you're going to turn it into me. You're going to turn it into me as a PDF file through Canvas. You must show your work. On the homework problems, I don't want to see multiple choice questions. I don't want to see matching. I want to see problems that you have to have a problem and you have to go through a series of steps to get to the answer. I want to know that you know how to work the problem. Homework is worth 100 points. Then there's the test for every chapter, and it's usually 10 to 15 questions. And I give you 2 days to do the test, but again, you must show work. Make sure you understand that I don't accept late work. There is no extra credit. So you need to be disciplined and turn your work in on time. Now, I know these are tough times, and therefore, if a situation arises where you're not going to be able to turn your work in on time, email me. Email me, let me know what the situation is, and then we can work something out. But you must email me before the assignment is due. Do not email me after the assignment is due, because if you email me after the assignment, I'm not going to let you turn it in late. If you email me before, we can work something out, and then you can turn it in probably a day or 2 late. Don't take advantage of that situation. I'm willing to work with you 1, maybe 2 times, depending on the situation. But if you do have a problem, email me before the assignment is due. I will do test corrections on certain tests, and I will let you know when I do that. Test corrections for me work this way. You will only redo the questions that you missed on a piece of paper, showing the work, and turn it back into me. You must score 60% or higher on the test in order to do test corrections. Test corrections, if they're correct, I'll give half credit back. So what that means, if you scored a 70 on a test, and say there were 10 questions, that means you missed 3 questions. Got 30 points wrong. If you redo those 3 questions and get them correct, I'm going to give you 15 points back, and that means your 70 becomes an 85. Now make sure you understand, this is a privilege. So this is something I don't have to do. I usually do it because I'm looking at a test, grading tests, and seeing that students are just about to get it. So I feel like the test corrections will help you to understand your mistakes. Again, I will not do it for every test. Okay? Make sure you also understand that I would prefer a PDF file. Okay? Now, if you can't do a PDF file, then that's okay too. But you will turn your work into me through Canvas. There is not going to be a midterm. We just have chapter tests. I think we have 8 chapter tests, which means you have 8 homeworks, which means you have 8 hard skill labs, which means you have 8 soft skill labs. Make sure you understand also, if you do not take the final, I have to fail you. The final, and this isn't Valencia's rule, this isn't my rule, this is the state rule. So make sure you take the final. There will not be a midterm, but there will be a final. Also, if you have questions about work, you have Lee Matheny, who is our TA, who you can get in contact with. If you check the modules on your particular course, you'll see I made a module for Meet Your TA. And I'm sure Lee's going to get in contact with you as well. You can ask him questions. You can also email me at ghair@valenciacollege.edu, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. Make sure you email me with enough time to get an answer back so it helps you. I want to thank you for taking me for this course, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.